when you think about connecting with other people, it's important to step back a bit. So it's my job to step back on any topic and to look at the whole topic and see if I can identify patterns or kind of a broad structure to it. And so when I think about connecting with other people, there's really two options. You can either go toward the people, so you go connect with other people, you go enter a group, you find a group, you research people, or you let people come toward you, so you attract them. So and go toward them, or basically go toward them, push something, or pull, bring them to you, right? You wear a slogan, you create an event where you speak publicly, and then people will come to you after the talk. So you see, you have those two patterns. It's important to distinguish them and to be able to see, like, okay, what do I want to do there? Do I want to go toward people, or do I want to attract them? Can ask yourself, right? Are you good at attracting people? If you are good at attracting people because you speak well, because you are creative, then why not doing that instead of trying to go toward people, right? It might sound trivial, but if you don't step out and pause, you may not even realize this, right? So you either go toward people or you let them come to you. And I want to talk to you about how people behave, because that will help you a lot into connecting with other people. I'll talk to you about saying and doing first. So I'm speaking, I'm saying stuff, right? There could be a big difference between what I'm saying and what I'm doing. And it's the same with everyone. People love talking, right? They talk. But what are they doing? And you need to realize that it's not because someone says something that it will do what it just said. It's not because I'm saying this that I'm doing that, right? And there's people even expert at this, right? Like politicians, where they say something, well, if you elect me, I'll do this for you, right? And then there's the doing part, what is done, where there can be a big gap between what is they are doing and what they were saying. And so it's very important to observe what people are saying and what they are doing. Or you observe what someone is doing, right? And then you don't know what he's saying, but you observe what he is doing. And then you engage with him and you see what he's saying, right? It's very important to distinguish both, right? Because you can fall into stupid trap where someone is at an event, is talking to a crowd, is saying stuff, and then you believe what he's saying. But if you don't observe what the person is doing, then there could be a gap actually between what he's doing and what he's saying, right? And this is where I want to introduce belief as well. So the connection between doing and belief. So you do something because you believe in something most of the time. I believe that I should be successful in life. I believe that I should have a good social status. So what do? Well, you work hard at school. And so if I observe a student who is in a classroom and it's 7 p.m. and everyone has left, but the student is the only one in the classroom and he seems to be working on, I go toward him. First I observe him. Well, he seems to be working on this little kid, okay? I go toward him. And then I engage in conversation. So he's saying stuff. And I try to understand what is the belief. So he is working hard because he has a belief behind, right? People are not working hard for just the sake of working hard. They're working hard because behind there's a thinking, belief, or even, as you can broadly say, mindset, right? A number of statements, sentence that this kid believe in, all for true, right? It can be that his parents told him that, yeah, you need to be successful in life. So you get the belief from someone, and then the belief is in your head, I need to work hard in life to get a good social status, right? So you see, it's most likely you have never thought about things like I do. But again, I step out, look at the structure, how things are working. Whatever people do in life, it's connected to belief. It's because they believe something that they act in a given manner. These stuff are linked. It's like a pipe between the doing thing and the belief. And what's funny is that the belief, so you used to believe that someone was trustworthy, for instance, right? So it was a good friend of yours. This guy is trustworthy, you meet him, you talk, stuff like that. And one day you realize that actually, for instance, I don't know, this guy cheated on his wife or is actually behaving aggressively toward his kids or toward other people. And then your view of that person start to change. Meaning your belief, right? Your thinking, the statements that you used to hold for as true regarding this person change. And as a result, your behavior, your doing will change. It's automatic. Change the belief, change the behavior. And that's why when you want to change the behavior of someone, you need to work on the belief. Don't work on the behavior, it would be stupid. You need to understand what's the behavior behind the doing, what's the belief behind the behavior, modify the belief, change the belief, you change the behavior. Alright? So we've got the saying, what I'm saying, the doing, what I do, my behavior, the belief, okay? Belief connection with the doing. I believe something, so I do this. I want to introduce something more, and I know it might be a bit complicated, but at the end of the day, you realize that this stuff will tremendously help you. Because instead of just doing things, you're gonna start observing how people behave, and you can start changing and influencing behavior and doings in such a manner that you've never thought about it. You will have way more impact. The fourth thing I want to introduce is the value. So people tend to have value. Although we may wonder where some of the value in society have gone and think that people have lost the sense of values like respect, dignity, trust, transparency, courage. People tend to have values. Those stuff are there. It's actually their core, right? And so part of the doing can help you to understand the values that people have. Let's say, for instance, we are in the street, walking in the street, a kid fall in front of us, and then a mom on the side rush toward the kid and ask the kid, are you okay? Or help the kid, right? We just observe that, okay? And without even engaging, I would say, what do you think are the value of this mom? Right? Because actually, through the doing, for what she has just done in front of you, you can actually capture and start to have a guess at the value she has. Well, she's helping the kid, she's asking if he's okay and stuff like that, she seems concerned. So I would say it's very likely that she has some sense of empathy, right? And then she want to help, right? So she value helping other, right? So helping each other also. So empathy, helping each other. So you see already that, right? And so if we were to engage with that person, let's say, imagine we want to connect with this person. Well, by just the fact of observing, you know something about her values. And so you can engage on that level. I'm not talking about manipulating people at all. I'm talking about you spending the time to observe and then engage with a good quality level. Not simply engaging in any conversation, but pausing, trying to, it's basically a sense of empathy, right? You try to understand what is it that this person is feeling. And so values are core to a person, to the point where if you engage at value level, then the connection will be way stronger, and it's important. So when you observe the doing, you can tell the value. If I'm just speaking, you could say, oh, this guy is having great talk about equity and diversity. Does that mean that you can tell the value I have in regard to what I have said? You could try to guess. But again, saying, doing. If I do completely different things, as a politician is doing quite often, then you would have a wrong understanding of my value and you'd be tricked, actually. I'm saying that, but actually it's not at all my values. I'm saying that just for my personal interest. And I'm doing something totally different behind you. And this doing actually tell you what my value are not. So again, I know that most of you don't think like this, saying, doing, belief, values, but you realize in life that this type of thinking, this type of very small framework, it's actually pretty useful. It allows you to increase the quality of your engagement and your connection with other people. It also helps you to understand what matters to people. The things around belief. Once you understand that you can't change a behavior without understanding the belief, it's actually very hard, then you will have way more impact. I hope this is useful. Feel free to browse the different options to connect with people and pick what you like. Cheers.